Hey yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Twa here. This will be a video regarding my alts, and I wanted to just check how much time it would take me to do all of my dailies on 6 of my characters. That means my Guardian Raids, Chaos Dungeons, and my Una task. Because I wanted to see whether I can, not necessarily min-max it, but to show you guys how much time it usually takes for me to do these things. And you can take this knowledge with you whenever you are running yours. If you have a tight schedule, knowing how much time that you have between each characters, especially if you know that some of your characters might be stronger than others. This way, I think carefully planning out your day will benefit you in some case. So right above here you will see a timer, and you will see me running through all of these 6 characters, and obviously there are a few things that I take into account while doing these. Starting off with something that is called selling everything that is humanly possible. So whenever I do my Chaos Dungeons and my Guardian Raids, I will have some accessories that might even be sellable at some point. So if I have to give you guys a tip, what you can do, you look for the highest quality items first, and then you look for if they have any specific engraving. For the blue ones, everything above 80 to 90 quality can sell for about 10 to 15 G's if you are lucky. And do note that every single character has their own separate marketplace, which means that you can use them basically as a mule for selling items as well. So that is pretty good. But the one trick I always ended up incorporating is I control or right click and then auction house market value, and now I see absolutely nothing if I want to sell this item whatsoever. But if I press the search button, there is a chance that I find a similar piece with a similar value. This way you can undercut it if you really want to sell it. This doesn't have a guarantee of it being sold though. This way, if you find yourself items that might be worth something, you're not destroying them but actually gain gold in the process. Now, one thing that is interesting is the fact that it took me roughly 30 to 35 minutes on all of my characters on average to complete all of my dailies, and that is including my Holy Knight as well. Knowing that my Holy Knight doesn't have damage carry potential when it comes to my Guardian Raids, it obviously takes longer for me to clear him. So that is something that I keep in mind every single time that I clear my dailies. So let's say I have 6 alts, I take about 30 to 35 minutes. That's roughly 3 hours or 3 hours and 30 minutes that I have to reserve on my daily basis to make sure to do all of these quests. Now obviously that would be the most optimal, but one thing you can always incorporate is if you cannot do a 3-hour run every single day, but you can only do that in the weekend, then I would suggest you splitting your very lowest characters, or the ones that have the least clearing potential, such as my Holy Knight, and use the resting bonus instead. Now this seems like probably a really obvious thing, but I want people to stop being absolutely stressed out from this game and its FOMO, like, oh my god, I missed my daily bonus, I missed all of my quests, I missed all of these items. Getting burned out in a sense is always due to a fact that you're doing something either repetitive that is not paying you as much as the energy that you put into, and obviously the value of your energy put into the same thing will gradually become less. And if you find yourself at some point not liking the energy that you're putting into it, not giving you the same reward back, you got to make an assessment. Is this still worth it? And that way I would simply say, just then go back to just your main, maybe a single alt, and then have 1 hour of all of the quests that you do. But the other thing that you can also just consider is, okay, I don't have to do all of my Guardian Raids, I don't have to do all of my Chaos Dungeons because of the resting bonus, but my Una stars, if I set them up quite cleanly, they only take about 10, maybe even 20 minutes. So then I can suggest you to just do 2 of your alts, but still do all of your Una stars to get at least something that is interesting, and that would be leap stones, and get yourself some silver in the process as well. This way you can still accumulate everything on your alts and still get resting bonus in the process. So I don't know if this is any helpful to you guys. I thought this was interesting, at least to me, knowing how I can min-max my time. If you guys have any questions on how I run my alts and what kind of builds I use, please put it down into the comments, let me know, and I'll see you guys into the next one. Peace.